camera. Hi everyone and welcome to our first video. Say hi. I did plan on doing this while Avayah was asleep, but of course nothing ever goes to plan and she's awake. Just get up the questions. So the first question I got was, what made you start a YouTube channel? I wanted to record Avayah's baby lead weaning journey. So she's just gone 5 months. So we've got a couple of weeks till we start. She has to be 6 months old. But yeah, so we're pretty excited for that. She's very interested in food, so I can't wait to see her reactions on when she does actually try food. I also got a lot of questions about how many kids do I want and when, and the sort of age difference that I would like. Well, Avayah wasn't planned, so we would ideally like to have about a 3-4 year age gap. That way we can really prepare, I guess, for the next one, and we really want to be in another house, something bigger and a bigger backyard, especially because we've got a big dog as well. And also, if you had another baby, would you want a specific gender? I think everybody wants a boy and a girl, so ideally we'd like a boy and a girl, and that's it. I think if we got 2 girls, we'd probably try for 1 more just to get a boy. But we all know how the universe works. You'd probably get 3 girls. What's breastfeeding like? And the pros and cons. Breastfeeding for me was actually really easy. I never had any sort of pain. She never had any latching issues or anything like that. So I was really lucky in that sense. I think the cons of it would probably be that, you know, like if you did want to leave her for, like if I did want to leave her for a couple of hours or something like that, I have to make sure that I have some for her. So usually I try to pump in the morning while she's feeding on one side, and that way I have a good freezer stash for when, you know, like we do need to be apart, or, you know, I need some me time or something like that. And she takes a bottle fine, which is really good, so we're lucky. And the pros would definitely be obviously the bonding and stuff like that. You know, they know that they need you, basically, and it's just a good connection. The worst parenting advice you have ever been given. So I actually posted on a breastfeeding page about me and my partner wanting to go to Bali when Avayah's about 10 months old, I think it was, and I got a lot of nasty comments because I still wanted to breastfeed. I want to breastfeed until she's 12 months old. But I got a lot of nasty comments saying, you know, why would you leave your baby? I guess that's not really advice, but the advice was given was maybe you shouldn't go or stuff like that. Like, you know, we still got to do things for ourselves as well as being parents. So I know, I just thought that was a bit unfair and like nasty. Like, of course I wouldn't leave her forever. Most enjoyable thing about being a mum and the most hardest thing. The most enjoyable thing is watching her learn and grow, even though it gets sad when they grow out of their cute small clothing. And also, I guess, you know, like watching them see new things and being so interested in everything. And she really loves younger kids. Like, I have nieces and friends with like older kids and younger kids, and she's mesmerized by them. What are you doing? And the most hardest, I think, is when, you know, when they just cry and you don't know what's wrong and you feel so helpless because you've tried everything. Oh, lovely. You've tried everything and then nothing was good enough for them. I know, I think that's the hardest thing, and you kind of beat yourself up about it if, you know, you can't get them to calm down because you don't know what's wrong. So I think that's really hard, and quite stressful as well. Do you feel like you've adjusted well to becoming a mum? Before having Avayah, I was, my partner and I we loved to go out, you know, have a couple of drinks, do whatever we liked. So I think the adjustment of just not being able to do whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, was hard, but I wouldn't change it for the world. What was your reaction when you found out Avayah was a girl? I think deep down I knew that I was having a girl, but I was still really surprised. I was carrying quite low, so everybody thought that I was going to have a boy. You know, all of those sort of little things that everybody says. So, but I was still quite surprised. Hey. Oh. Did you love pregnancy? No. In fact, I quite hated my pregnancy, to be honest. I ended up with gestational diabetes. I had the flu while I was pregnant, so I was in hospital. I didn't get much morning sickness, which was a bonus. Like, some people have morning sickness throughout their whole pregnancy, so I was lucky in that sense. But I just felt yuck nearly every day. My clothes didn't fit, you know, all of that sort of stuff. And I look back on it now and I'm just like, you know, like, I was so lucky to be able to actually have a baby. Those sort of things shouldn't have mattered. But I hated needles, and I ended up having to inject insulin towards the end couple of weeks of my pregnancy. So that was really hard. I did cry a couple of times as well. So how did you and Brad meet, and what made you fall in love with him? We actually met when I was about 16, just through like friends. One of my friends was dating one of his friends, and then we didn't really talk much after that. And then obviously a couple of years later, I was 19 when we seen each other again. And then yeah, we just kind of were inseparable since then. What made me fall in love with him? He always finds a way to make me smile, and he's very loving and supportive, and yeah, I wouldn't change him for anything. Would you want to be engaged within the next 2 years? Well, I've already told Brad what engagement ring I like, so let's hope so. What's your dream wedding and why? My dream wedding would have to be something simple. I wouldn't like something too expensive or extravagant or anything like that. I think I would just get too overwhelmed. I wouldn't want too many people, just, you know, the people that you really love and, you know, want to be there. And obviously just have like a really cool party, and I guess just to celebrate. Biggest pet hate? Oh, I think there's a couple. People eating with their mouth open. Oh, I hate that. It's so disgusting. Bad hygiene. What's your go-to Sunday fun day activity? So Sundays are the only days that Brad gets off. So ideally we like to do something together, something family orientated, something fun. Then some Sundays we just do nothing and just sit on the couch and watch Netflix or movies or whatever like that. So I love going to animal parks, so we have to do that soon. But a couple of times, you know, we went to the boating, camping and fishing show because that's what Brad wanted to do. So we kind of just mix it up really. We just like to get out of the house at least at some point on a Sunday. Well, that's the end of my video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like if you did and subscribe.